point out two things that I don't know. They've just been on my mind, and I know they're not that important, but I just still wanted to bring them up. But Pablo Esteban, right, the Colombian drug lord. I listen to a Miami show when I can, and they make fun of a lot of things Cuban, because that's where the guys are from. But they also bring up other stuff, and they brought up Pablo Esteban and this whole thing with hippos, right? And this time when they brought him up, they start talking about how the hippos are now an invasive species. So I went to look it up, right? They're talking about like these hippos, their fecal matter, they poop where they swim and where they eat. It's poisoning. The bacteria in their poop is poisoning that water, and which is poisoning fish. And then animals that drink out of there are also being poisoned because they're not used to these bacteria and toxins. And I'm like, this is just another, it's unbelievable. It's like another animal they brought over here that shouldn't be over here, and look what it's doing. I just don't, I just found that interesting, but at the same time, I found it, frustrating that they can get away with doing that. But pause that.
Is unfolding in the skies over northeastern Colorado. People have reported seeing massive drones flying over several counties on the eastern plains. So far, no one knows where they're coming from. Michael Abeyta traveled to the town of Raymer in Weld County, and Michael, residents there told you that they see those drones every day.
Karen, we've been flooded with emails and calls from people who say they've seen these drones flying at night, low in a grid pattern. And I talked to one woman today who said curiosity about what these might be has overtaken the area.
It's just odd. It kind of reminds me of War of the Worlds.
Briggsdale, Colorado is rural, but this small community in the northeast of the state is where Michelle Wyckoff calls home. She owns the liquor store in town, but lately she's seen visitors she's never seen before. Drones.
They're everywhere, and they're coming from all different directions.
She's not the only one. Since mid-December, residents of northeastern Colorado and Nebraska have been reporting drone sightings every night. So far, they seem to be harmless, but they have people on edge.
They're stopping and hovering, and they turn on a real bright light. It almost looks like a spotlight, and they hover there for 10 minutes or so, and then the lights go out, they disappear.
Michelle says one came so close to her home, she could hear it.
It sounded like fans. It was like a fan going over your house.
There have been plenty of theories about what they could be.
There's a lot that have to do with the missile silos that are out here, and the Air Force and military out here. There's theories that it's government. There's theories that it's Google redoing their maps. There's theories that it's Amazon. And
Michelle just wishes whoever it is would speak up.
It would rest easy on us if we knew just who was doing it and that we were safe.
Now, we contacted Warren Air Force Base up in Wyoming. They say it's not their drones looking at missile silos. We also contacted the local law enforcement throughout Colorado and up in Wyoming. They say they don't have any answers either. And we also contacted the FAA, who said they are investigating these sightings and that they can't comment on an ongoing investigation. In Raymer, Michael Abeyta, covering Colorado First.
Let's hope they come up with something, Michael. Thank you.